Hello everyone, welcome back to CryptoCache. Thank you very much for joining me here today. We're going to take a quick look at Sandbox, and obviously before we do, we look at Bitcoin too. So just peek right in there. Not much to update except that we're just kind of right in the range of about 59,500, 58,000 support, 60,000 is resistance level. We need to break that key level resistance level of 60,000 close in the one-day candlestick to have any kind of confirmation we're moving in the right direction. For right now, we're still in bearish sentiment, bear town, so to speak, right? Because we haven't made any higher highs and higher lows in the one-day chart, and that is essentially a big deal, right? So that is where we're at for Bitcoin. Not good, not bad, just kind of is what it is. We'll know more tomorrow when the bears and the bulls are back in business and the whales start pushing the price around. Just to jump in here too, before we look at Sandbox, I want you to know, not a financial advisor, I just love trading. I love helping people become better traders. So I have a trading community designed for that purpose. Link in the description below. Check that out in your own time, of course. And just know I share all the signals that I have, every single trade that I take as signals to my members, and you can essentially follow those if you'd like. One-click follow through Cornix, a really awesome opportunity. So check that out in your own time. Now, take a look here at the one-day chart for Sandbox. We're coming back down to 70 on the RSI. We'll see if we can get a bounce here soon, but we might lose that key level resistance or correction support on the RSI. But cool thing is we have a strong support channel here, right around 345 to say 350 up towards a 360. So that's a strong channel essentially. Where that one-day candlestick bounced right around 360 and the previous all-time high of 340. I think it's 345. So 345 to 360 is that channel. So all good things here for Sandbox, right? Furthermore, the RSI correction, the moving averages are moving up. Don't need to worry about that. That's just kind of, it is what it is. We don't need to worry about those. At least for now. But what's more important is the 4-hour chart, right? If we look at the moving averages, that's coming up to intersect with the support level of 360. So I can confidently say that 360 will be a very strong support level if the price continues to progress downward. Wouldn't be terrible if the price continued down, so you can average your position a little bit lower. That would be awesome. So just bear that in mind. We're looking good shape there. Also, support level here at 50 on the RSI. That's fantastic. We love to see that. That essentially reaffirms that support at 70 on the RSI, right? There's an interesting correlation between relative strength index and the price action, and of course these major support and resistance channels. So all good things here. If we can get a bounce off of 50 on the RSI, that would kind of let us know that we're still on the right track. We're still in bullish sentiment. If we do lose those support levels, just say 50 on the RSI on the 4-hour, or the 1-hour chart, or sorry, the one-day chart with the RSI being at 70, and we lose the support of 360 and 345, then we can consider it to be bearish, right? We still got a lot of safety nets in place, if you could say that, for Sandbox. So all in all, still looking very good considering we are on the downside. We're moving down. So let's take a look at TD sequential, see what's going on here. Not much to really know here. We got a little reset and then a drop. Looks like the price is trying to break back above $4. Ishimoku cloud. No surprise we're underneath the cloud at this point, and does imply that we're going to be under the cloud for a little while. So until the price breaks back above the cloud, I would say that you'd want a dollar cost average. Don't consider taking a, just say a day trade position until then. But I would just consider DCA closer to 345, 360 range if possible, and then kind of see where it goes from there. That would be my recommendation for Sandbox. And then, big picture too here. Let's look at the where it could be, because Sandbox, if you look at this here, back right around October 30th. So in the last, actually, it's been more than that. Let's look at that. So in the last, we've got 225% in roughly 3 weeks of trading. So 225 in 3 weeks, that's quite a lot. So in order to see that kind of improvement again, we need to obviously be able to break its all-time high. So we'll see here soon if that's even a possibility, but if you look at Sandbox's history, right? It'll increase and it'll consolidate for a decent amount of time. So we got this long consolidation period from the 4th of November up to the 16th. So that was roughly 2 weeks of straight consolidation, and then followed by an increase over that was a course of 2 days. So consolidate for 2 weeks, increase for 2 days. That's essentially the pattern that Sandbox is forming. So if we're going to be consolidating in this range here, from just say 3 days ago, we have hypothetically 10, 11 more days of consolidation before the next increase, right? Again, it doesn't have to do that, but a lot of coins have a tendency of just repeating the same behavior over and over. So I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case. So what that would do is that'd put us at first week of December as a potential for the price to increase again. And if it were to, we'd probably see somewhere in the range of $5.50, maybe even $6, Because what I'll do is I'll redraw these Fibonacci retracement lines when we get a little bit closer to the end of this consolidation period, and then we'll be able to identify what's going on from there and see what the true potential is at that point. But for right now, I'd say 550 is a pretty realistic scenario for the next 2 weeks as a rough estimate based on its history and where it's at currently. Don't be too concerned with the price kind of going down and sideways. That's pretty standard for the situation. It needs to kind of get some breathing room before it ramps up again. Okay. So all good things. I would just say dollar cost average closer to 350, and you'll probably be fine with an eventual push to the upside. So that's kind of what I got for you there. Hopefully you found this beneficial, and we'll look forward to seeing the next one. We'll just keep an eye on Sandbox as often as possible. I'm trying to cover things daily, but I've got a lot of daily drivers right now, and it's difficult to find the time to do it all. But I'm here for you, and I greatly appreciate you watching, and thank you so much to my patrons for all of your support. I deeply appreciate everything you do for me, and happy to help you out as well. So happy, John, that we're actually getting you where you need to go. We've already doubled your portfolio in a month. That's fantastic. So kudos to you on that, and thank you again for reaching out and being so sincere and just amazing patrons. I've got the best group of folks there, and if you want to become part of that, link in the description below. Check that out before month end, just because the end of the month we do have an increase in rates. Based on the simple fact that there's just a large demand, I'm going to probably start limiting the amount of members soon so I can have more one-on-one attention with my members. Thanks again for joining me here. We'll see you in the next video. You take care.